Hello and welcome to the Boys Upstairs Show. This is the Week 14 NFL show. It's our Nickson's birthday. He's doing the show on his birthday, so shout out to Nickson.
More life. Let's talk ball.
All right, game one on the slate. Revenge game for Kirk Cousins. Falcons are 5.5-point underdogs, coming off a big loss to the Chargers where Kirk had 4 interceptions, pick 6 that kind of lost him the game. So he's got all the motivation in the world for this game. It's a 1 o'clock slate game. Total's 45.5, and we'll give it to Sam.
First of all, we got the big Kirko revenge game here. And he's going back to Minnesota, 1 o'clock. That's Kirk's favorite time to play. Dropped 3 in a row now to the Saints, Broncos, and Chargers, in with a bye in between. Kirk has 0 touchdowns and 6 interceptions in the last 3 games. In those 3 losses, I feel like we're due for a big Kirko kind of comeback game here. The Falcons are a good squad. They've got good weapons. You've got Drake London. You've got Mooney. You've got Kyle Pitts, who just for some reason hasn't arrived. You got even Ray McLeod's out there making plays. You got Bijan. You got a respectable defense. I think they're too good of a team to go on a big skid like this. The Vikings have been getting away with a lot of close ones here. I really don't see the Vikings making this a blowout, even though it is in Minnesota. But they've been playing too many close games. I feel like they're due to drop one here or there, and the Falcons need a bounce back, and I think they're going to get it. And 5.5 in today's game right now with all these in, I feel like we've seen a lot more close games this year and like end of the game heroics. 5.5 is a bigger spread. So essentially you're just 5.5, you're just betting on a 1-score game, pretty much. So I'm going to take the Falcons.
I don't expect the Vikings have eked out wins, like Sam was saying. I don't expect them to, after barely getting by for these past few games, to have like a surprise blowout game. They beat the Jaguars by like 5 points. I don't think that Kirk could be any more motivated for this game than he is going to be this weekend. He is in the basement right now with his lovely wife, putting his kids to bed, singing gospel songs, and he is then going into the lab and studying as much film as he can possibly study. Kirk is going to come back in this game. I might do a couple of prop bets on Kirk in this game. I think that he's like still loved in Minnesota. I don't think there's going to be like boos like there were for Jerry Jeudy in Denver. But I think that he is going to have a personal vendetta to have as big of a fucking game as he possibly can. And for those reasons, I'm going to take Falcons plus 5.5. Also, like Sam was saying, Falcons need this game. They're still in first place of a bad NFC South, but they're tied with the Bucs record-wise. They have the tiebreaker over them, but they got to have some breathing room in that division. The Bucs aren't as good of a football team as the Falcons are this year. So I'm going to take Falcons plus 5.5. I also don't love this number, just the Falcons.
We're at that point of the year now where it's just you are what you are as a team. And the Vikings got off to a hot start. And yeah, they've been squeaking by a couple wins here and there, but we don't have the same opinion of them now as we did week 5, week 6, where we thought they were juggernauts. We now realize they've come back down to earth a little bit. And, you know, they are a good team, don't get me wrong, but they aren't a elite team. And a team like the Falcons, with the circumstances where Kirk Cousins coming back home, and you know, you still have weapons in Drake London and Kyle Pitts, Ray McLeod. You know, you have options out there. I know this Vikings defense is very creative with Brian Flores, but I just don't see the Vikings winning by 6. I think the Vikings will probably win this game, but I don't think they win by 6. I think they win, and it'll be a closer game. They've been playing in close games. I agree with you guys. It's going to be a closer game.
The Vikings are on a 5-game win streak. In those 5 games, they've won by a total of 27 points. That's about 5 points a game. Kirk just played the worst game of his life, so I feel like he bounces back. But I don't think they win, but I think they cover because the Vikings, like we have all said, are beating teams, but not by a lot, kind of in a Chiefs fashion. And also, I'm going to take the over because the Vikings score points, and in order for the Falcons to be in it and keep up with them, they're going to have to put up some points too. And after they just put up, a shitter, and they've put up 17 their last game, 6 the game before that, and 17 the game before that. I feel like they're due to break at least 20 points and have a game. So the Falcons to cover. I don't know about winning, but cover. And the over.
I was going to say, you're going to take the Falcons outright.
I am taking the Falcons outright. They're going to win this game for sure.
Outright? I could see that.
I don't see a world where the Falcons win this game. And a game like this, like Minnesota, it comes down to who has a better offense, honestly. And they can go either way, but the Falcons' offense has kind of been up and down this year. So I'm gonna take the Vikings spread.
Game two on the slate. The red hot Los Angeles Chargers are going to Kansas City to face possibly the most weird team this season in NFL history. Chiefs are -3.5, coming off a very, very uninspiring Black Friday game against the Las Vegas Raiders. And the week before that, very uninspiring win against the Carolina Panthers. Totals 42.5. It's in Kansas City. This is Sunday Night Football, AFC West divisional matchup. We'll give it to Coby.
So, the Chargers are a lot better of a team than the Raiders. So if they got in within 2, I don't see how the Chargers can't keep it just as close. This week, they didn't give them that many points, the Chiefs, 3.5, because they probably know 3.5 is the worst spread in football. I still think that the Chargers cover. I know I didn't say that yet. That's kind of what I was building to. The Chiefs don't win. They don't win blowouts. They don't beat especially divisional games. They don't beat their divisional opponents by a lot. The Chargers, they put together a good season this year. Harbaugh's been making them think they could run through a brick wall. Maybe the best Harbaugh coach in the NFL right now.
There you go. Nah, it's real though. That's real.
Herbert's been playing pretty good, even though Dobbins is out. Edwards is still a decent replacement. I think that they can stay within 3.5 this game, even though it is the worst spread. I think that this is probably going to be about a field goal game. And I'm also going to take the over. The Chiefs haven't been scoring a lot recently, but we all know they're a high-powered team. And the Chargers' offense is, hey, I said it was bad a couple videos ago. I take it back. Their offense is actually very functional, and it's pretty good. Like I said, for them to be in the game with Kansas City, they're going to have to put up some points. But I don't know if the Chargers will win or not, but I definitely think they're going to cover the spread. Divisional game, Chiefs have been a dominant team. They're dominant by record, but not dominant in game. So I'm definitely taking the Chargers to cover, and I'm taking the over.
Like you said, you said everything right, that the Chiefs just haven't been winning games big like they normally do. They're just doing the shit where they find a way every week. And that's what good teams do. And you got to respect that. But we're not in the NFL, and we are not head coaches here. We do not have stake in, well, at least a few of us in here do not have stake in the teams. So the record doesn't really matter here. We're talking about spreads. We're talking about points. The Chiefs have been winning games left and right by 3 points, 2 points, 1 point. I can see the Chargers winning this game outright. And I'm also going to go with the under here. I think this is going to be a grit battle. I'm not seeing much of a shootout here. My gut's telling me it's going to go under. And I feel like the books know what they're doing with, everyone thinks the Chiefs can't win unless it's close. I'm still going to go with the Chargers because I thought that way when we picked Chiefs Bills, and Chiefs were -2.5. Never been against Mahomes on the road. Shit's different this year, all right? The Chiefs, yeah, they're very good and they find ways to win games, but they're not the Chiefs that they used to be, if that makes any sense. And we'll never know. We'll not know yet because they could very well still go on and win the Super Bowl and go 3-peat. End of the day, I'm going to take Chargers +3.5 because I think they're going to win this game outright. And I believe in the Chargers. I like watching them play football. The Chiefs' luck, and I can't believe I'm saying this, it's got to run out at some point. They've got to have a slip up in the road here where they lose one of these. They lose on a field goal. They miss a field goal to end it. They get a Hail Mary on them or something. And I feel like in a divisional matchup with a guy like Harbaugh who lives, breathes, eats, sleeps football, I'm sure he's getting up for this game. And I'm not doubting the Chiefs for getting up for this game. But I think we're going to see a low-scoring dogfight and a 2 or 3 point margin at the end. I don't think anyone's winning this game by 6 or 7 points.
I disagree with Sam, sadly. I cannot bet against Mahomes anymore. He's obviously working with the devil. It's obvious. And there's no reason that the spread should be this low. And it's this low on purpose. They want you to take the Chargers. They want you to think, oh, the Kansas City Chiefs, they've kept everything close. Everything's going to close. The Chargers are going to keep it close coming off a win versus the Falcons. But every week they snap us back into realization and they pull off a miracle. So Kansas City Chiefs spread.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a trap. Do not fall for it. Vegas is trying to trick you right now. You see what these people are saying. It's always been close. No. The Chargers do not have their starting running back. Greg Roman runs an offense that is predicated on running the ball. The Chiefs are going to destroy the Chargers. Unfortunately, I hate the Chiefs just as much as everybody else. I do not want to watch them succeed, but the Chiefs are going to cover 3.5. This is a trap. You will see the Chiefs win by like 8+. Unfortunately, as much as I hate to say it, this is that game. This is the game where we're getting into December, guys. It's getting closer to the playoffs. We're gonna see that Chiefs. We're gonna see the teams that's just been winning Super Bowls all the time. It's getting close to there. We're past Thanksgiving now. This is the Super Saiyan Patrick Mahomes. This is what we're about to see right now. So it's unfortunate, but it's true.
I kind of see both sides in terms of like the Chiefs are winning these close games. I could see that, like I see a universe where this game is 21-20, and the Chiefs eke out a win, and the Chargers cover 3.5. I could also see a game like Nickson was saying where the books are buying chandeliers for a reason. Vegas is Vegas. They're going to assume that people are going to take the Chargers plus 3.5 here. And I've been trying to find the stats on what the money's on. I can't find it. It might be too early. I'm taking the under here, 42.5. I have data. The under is hit in 20 of the last 27 games that the Chargers have played football. And the last time these two teams played earlier this season, September, it was 17-10. The Chiefs won, which I also could see a universe where the Chiefs go down with a minute left and score a touchdown to cover 3.5. Maybe it's a field goal and they don't cover. 42.5. I see this being a boring Sunday night football game. I wouldn't be surprised if the Chargers cover. I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs covered. So 42.5. But now it's time for the best part of the show. Locks of the week. We're going to give it to Nickson.
Let's go. I know my record isn't great, but I have a really good feeling about this one. And shout out to my boy Sam because he's going to love this one too. This week, it's time to bear down.
Let's go.
The Bears are playing the 49ers, and with everything happening with the 49ers, no running back, no backup running back, no, I don't know if Trent Williams is going to play. Like, this is the wheels have fallen off the wagon. It's over for the Niners. The Bears just got rid of their coach. They're playing for a new coach. Always bet on that team. When the team just fires a coach, bet on that team. I have a strong feeling about the Bears this week. I think Caleb Williams is going to play great. I think that the Bears defense is going to absolutely shut down the Niners. Like, I would be surprised if they scored 20. I'm going to say it right now. I'd be surprised if the Niners scored 20 with what they have going on offense right now and the way the Bears defense has been playing all year. Give me the Bears.
I got the Bucks minus 6.5 against the Raiders. Everyone knows the Raiders play the Chiefs hard. So if you're using that as they just played the Chiefs well and almost beat them, the Raiders always do that. Bucks just came off a really tight one with Carolina, who's actually looking a lot better right now. Bryce Young looks pretty good. I think that benching might have helped him in the long run, but that's past us. The Bucks found a way to win that game. They probably shouldn't have in the end of the day, and they ran a perfect 30-second drill or whatever it was to end that game. Hubbard had a brutal fumble at the end, and the Bucks ended up coming away with it. I think they're going to carry that momentum in. They know they're in a battle for the division. They've got to keep winning games. They're battling against the Falcons here for the NFC South. I think they're going to come in and put on a clinic against Vegas here. Vegas, they're working hard. They've got some good players. They need a draft and an offseason to help them compete.
I thought about taking the Bucks in this game, but something in me decided to go a different direction. And I'm not taking the Raiders either. I'm taking the over 44.5 here. I was digging deep this week because I will not lie, this is my least favorite board of the week, of the season. Surprising data that I found while digging. The Bucks offense has scored less than 20 points only one time all season. They score a lot of points, which is surprising because of the struggles they've had. K-Don was their number one wide receiver for a decent amount of those games. Bucks offense is ranked 6th in total offense. The Raiders defense is ranked 25. I think that this game is going to go over. I think points will be scored in this game. 44.5 is a pretty low number. The Bucks have scored 20 points basically every game this year. That's half of this total. I think the Raiders can put up 20 points as well. So give me the over 44.5. That's my lock of the week.
Tommy, you might not like this one, but it is what it is. The Cleveland Browns and the Steelers play each other, and the over-under is set at 44.5. This is a casual game. This is a game for the casuals. This is a game that the casuals are going to look at, and they're going to go, oh, The Steelers put up a lot of points last week. Let's just 44.5. That's an easy over under. Let's just take the over. But no, that's not going to happen. This game means something, even though the Browns are like 3 and forever losses. This game does mean something to them. This is a rivalry game. Every year this game is played tight. It's always like 12-9, 16-12, ugly score like that. So my lock of the week is under 44.5 for the Steelers and Browns game.
Feel like, why is this not the Monday night game? Bills Rams. I'm taking the over of 49.5, not a team, because I don't know who's going to win, but 49.5. It's a high over 50 points. But what I've learned is you cannot be scared of high numbers with high powered offenses. Good teams are going to score, good offenses are going to score about 30, and that's going to cover half of it right there. And when you have two elite offenses together, you can't be scared of a number like 50. Let me start with the Rams. The Rams are 6-6 right now, and this week the Cardinals are playing the Seahawks, and that is a ginormous division game for them. The Rams are in the 10 seed right now. They are one game out of being the 3 seed. That's how tight the NFC in their division is. And, the Rams defense is good, but it's young. So I feel like the Bills with McDermott and with their team and they've been the same team for a little while, obviously little changes, but they've been the same team for a little while. And, I feel like they're experienced enough to be able to out scheme that defense. And it's going to be a back and forth, high scoring game. I feel like this is going to be possibly the game of the week. High scoring offenses, and it's going to be a great one to watch. So, to see the Rams be desperate and to see McVay give his all, pull out all the tricks to see if they can still make a playoffs before Stafford's done, and to see the Bills, trying to keep their spots, it's going to be a great time to watch football. 4:25 on Sunday. Please flex into Monday Night NFL, please. But yeah, over 49.5 for sure.
The Monday nights, you have to do it like ahead, like way ahead.
But they can make an exception this one time.
Thanks for being here. Like and subscribe. Tell your friends. We've only got 4 more weeks left of regular season football. So Cam's season's going to be over in 4 weeks. Coby's season's going to be over in 4 weeks. Sam's season's going to be over in 4 weeks.
Probably.
So
that was fucked.
enjoy it while you got it.
Yours is going to be over in the wild card round.
In 5 weeks. Yeah, what the fuck, in 5 weeks? Jesus.
Probably not wrong, but maybe this year's different. Like and subscribe.